Hi, it's Chatty Abby and Jeremy. We're here to talk about Hanna. We're going to start with season 1. We just finished all 3 seasons, and we're just going to discuss that.
Okay, so Hanna is a show about a young girl named Hanna and her surrogate father, Eric Heller. And in season 1, they are being hunted down by a shady government organization called U-Trax. And they basically are trying to find a way for Hanna to stop being on the run and be able to live a normal life.
Yeah, so episode 1 starts out with them living out in the woods. She's just turned 15. And they establish like what her training was like, what her relationship with her father was like. And reaching 15 and having been isolated with just her father out in the woods forever starts to take a toll on her, and she wants to go out and meet people and do other things. She's bored. So that's kind of where the story starts. She leaves, meets a boy, and then immediately gets found by U-Trax because she didn't even leave the woods. She just met like a guy in the woods who cuts wood. And they were hanging out, and they tripped an alarm on like a satellite thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then U-Trax shows up with like helicopters and dogs and a small army to come kill her and him. And you have no idea why. You just know that he keeps saying it's dangerous and that people want to hurt her. And then you're not even sure if it's true, like at the beginning, because it could be like a Tangled situation.
Mm-hmm.
What's her mom's name? Do you remember?
Mother Gothel, I believe.
Yeah, like a Mother Gothel situation. Oh, the world is dangerous. Men are evil. You stay here. And it turns out she's just like a kidnapped princess, and that's why she's not supposed to leave. So you're not really sure. And that's actually kind of established the whole first season. She gets out into she's out in the world, and you're not really ever sure if Eric's a good guy or a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that tension was really cool because it's very confusing. It's like the one thing that she actually knows in life is Eric. She hasn't been any of these other places. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know anything. And then Eric's and what he's told her is her entire world. And when it comes into question on like, is he lying to her? Is he telling the truth? It draws so much tension because you're like, what if she was living with a bad guy this whole time?
Because he was indeed lying about something.
Yeah. So the first episode moves a little bit slowly. But I remember the first time I watched it, because this is our second watch through for season 1 and 2. The first time I watched it, I remember being like kind of really intrigued, even though it was kind of quiet and moved kind of slowly. But the second time I found it a little bit too slow, I felt like. What did you think?
I liked it about as much as the second time. So one thing I did find on the second watch is that I liked season 2 a lot better on the second watch. Mm-hmm. And so because I like season 2 so much, I liked season 1 a little bit less. I also found, so we're still talking about episode 1, but in episode 2, Hanna comes across another teenager and her family. And the first time I watched it, I found them slightly annoying, but on a rewatch, I found them even more annoying and almost unwatchable, honestly.
So that family, on the first watch through, I found like so annoying. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep watching the show. And then on a second watch through, kind of knowing what was going to happen, I actually found them less annoying. So I think the reason that they established that relationship is to compare Hanna as a 15-year-old trained assassin with this other girl, I forget her name, as a 15-year-old regular girl. I was not like that at 15, so I don't know how regular she is, but definitely like opposite side of the spectrum kind of situation, to be like, this is what kids her age in a different situation are dealing with, to kind of, I think, show kind of an age relationship kind of situation. At the beginning of the second episode, Hanna's been captured. She lets herself be captured so that Eric can get away. And they have her in a cave. They're asking her questions, and then she like kills everybody and like just walks out the front door. Kills like an army of people.
Yeah. So seeing that scene, it almost reminded me of like the X-Men with like Wolverine, with him, being experimented on and trained to be an assassin, and then he escapes and he murders everyone and leaves. It sort of reminded me of that, sort of like a um, young girl Wolverine, like X-23.
I think watching Hanna, if you're gonna come into it, if you haven't seen it before, I think you should definitely put it in the category of a superhero show, like a live action, realistic superhero show, because that's basically what it is. I don't think I really fully put that together until watching the third season, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is what the Black Widow movie should have been.
Mhm.
Like, this is like Black Widow's story done better. Although Black Widow is just like a normal girl, and it turns out that Hanna is a genetic experiment, very superhero-esque.
Basically a mutant.
Yeah.
Because they spliced her with wolf DNA.
Yeah, which gives her superpowers. They definitely play on the super hearing thing. And she's definitely like very strong and very resilient and very fast. But I don't know if she's fast. Like, I don't know if that was supposed to be the wolf DNA versus training, or.
They don't make all that super clear. We just know that she has an undisclosed amount of powers that make her very dangerous.
And you get that established real quick. Like, they establish that she's dangerous in the first one with her killing a deer, which is just okay. But then the second episode, she's killing like a whole army of people. It's crazy. And then she's experiencing the world for the first time and trying to not get captured. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.